Welcome back. We have another breaking update coming in from West Asia, where the big question remains, will the war end soon? Well, US President Donald Trump has answered that. He has said that talks with Iran are going on well and a deal could be reached as early as this weekend. But ever since the ceasefire was announced in April, this is not the first time that Trump has said this. He has once again said that the war will end very soon. Trump has said that negotiations on Iran's nuclear program are moving in a positive direction and expressed confidence that an agreement may be very close. He also said that the Strait of Hormuz could be reopened if the ongoing talks lead to a wider understanding between the two countries. But despite the reports of some ceasefire violations, Trump has said, and he's been largely saying that the ceasefire is holding and that diplomatic efforts are still underway. His comments come at a time when tensions remain quite high in West Asia and comes a day after sharp escalation that we saw in the region, with reports of the action involving a key island in Iran and retaliatory strikes in Bahrain and Kuwait, raising the fears of wider regional conflict. Have a look at what Trump said.
The other things that's important, and very important, is that immediately upon signing the Memorandum of Understanding, the Hormuz Strait will open. And it'll open up quickly, and we've already had our minesweepers there. You know, we're sweeping, as you probably have heard. And these are underwater minesweepers, a great, amazing technology. They're underwater because usually when you're looking for mines, that usually means you have some dangerous characters out there. That's why, so we're underwater, but we've swept mines, and we've gotten most of them, we think. So, but the Hormuz Strait will open immediately upon signing. Now, that's subject to a couple of areas being cleaned out also of mines, which we don't think there are any. So it'll happen very quickly, and we'll take the southern route anyway. But immediately upon signing, we open up the Hormuz Strait.
Let me get you more perspective and go across to my colleague Mayank, who's been tracking all the details. Good morning, Mayank. Trump is quite optimistic. He said that war will end soon, but the statement comes just hours after, remember, US attacked the key island in Iran, and Iran has hit back. So how do we read into this? Will there be escalation or de-escalation?
Only by, using some statements like every tactics related to such a high-stress negotiation is being on display in this case in West Asia. I mean to say, while ceasefire for the saying is already on, military options have been still exercised in between. And that would be sporadic, but then it has been continuing. And the way Iran has responded in Kuwait and UAE, you can make out that not both sides are giving up that option also. So psychological, perceptive gaming, pressure points, threat points, and also negotiations. That's what multiple strands of negotiations which are continuing in West Asia minded. But then what is on display from both sides is actually, while America has been claiming that they have destroyed the capability of Iran in so many ways to launch attacks on other countries, but they have been consistently displaying that they still have stockpiles of missiles and drones. And in this case, drone was used in Kuwait, minded Akansha. So that's what is on display. But then talks continue, and that's the best point actually. Since last 3 months, it is the only best point, because let's hope that things come down to a middle point wherein both sides agree to the kind of difficult conditions. I'm using this word difficult because agreement is yet to take place. That means there are some kind of negotiations on certain conditions which are still to be hammered or inked between the two sides, Akansha.
Absolutely, because the back channel talks are currently underway. Trump has said that negotiations on Iran's nuclear program, they are also moving in a positive direction, and expressed confidence that the agreement may be very close. Have a look at what he said.
The negotiation itself has gone very well, actually. Very well.
Mr. President,
it could happen. If it happens, and it might not happen, who knows? But if it happens, it could happen like over the weekend.